Welcome to a new daily top AskReddit video. Today's topic.
What's a sign someone was never loved properly as a child? Overly apologetic, low self-esteem, trying to make bad relationships work because you just want someone to love you for who you are. My parents were wonderful and raised me with lots of love, but I still turned out this way. What gives? Edit, I'm diagnosed autistic and bipolar too. I think genetics is what gives. If you maybe struggled to fit in at school, got bullied, or didn't seem to have lasting friendships during your formative years, then that can also definitely have an impact on your personality. Nature and nurture do go hand in hand in many cases. Hyperindependence, low self-esteem, overachieving. Well, hello there. Glad you asking for me. They panic way more than they should at small mistakes. I'd say I'm screwed, but my parents love me and I just put pressure on myself. It is a thing, and it's not always related to your parents. This whole thread is fucking dangerous with these points of view. There are legitimate conditions like rejection-sensitive dysphoria and ADHD which can cause this type of reaction and have zero relation to how your parents treated you. I'm sorry you put so much pressure on yourself. Before therapy, even spilling a glass of water would fucking break me lol. Hating things like Christmas and their birthday. They're so used to being let down in these situations, so they hate to even think about it. Christmas is easy because everyone is celebrating. Even if I didn't get much, I could go around to look at lights and decorations, so it was fun. My birthday, not so much. I still hate it, so I go to a music festival where I can pretend everyone is celebrating me, and a few actually are. Extremely independent and anxious at the same time. Often, externally, publicly independent and high-achieving, in personal or romantic relationships almost unbelievably anxious and needy. Mistrusting calm, stable, secure love and constantly creating drama to test whether people will leave them. Building up a scorecard of faults, especially with romantic partners, so that as soon as something goes wrong they have a justification to demonize that person. I come from a happy loving family but have ended up learning this stuff the hard way. Skeptical smiley face. This made me sad because I know it's me, and I want to stop being this way. I have noticed it all my life. I'm 34 and hyper self-aware, but it's like I am two different people, so I can't control my behavior. Even if it's toxic, I sit in the backseat and watch it all happen. Almost out of body. Sigh. Self-doubt, it's a huge part to play. A lack of confidence and distancing. Struggling to maintain relationships and opening up. This one is tough. Yay, and unfortunately signs of depression get overlooked by the child themselves. They devalue their feelings and bury and repress them till it damages them in the long run. If they are very grateful even for smallest compliments and things that are very common. Or super uncomfortable with compliments. Or examines each compliment to see if it's actually a compliment, or an insult. As someone who was severely neglected as a child, I struggle with asking people for the smallest of favors or most minuscule effort of help. I always feel like I'm bothering people and I feel like what I'm asking is absurd. Same, the mental gymnastics I do to ask for help are just crazy. I hate having to burden someone with my nonsense. I'm reading a book now that has been incredibly helpful. Adult Children of Emotionally Immature Parents, by Lindsay Gibson. The book identifies different types of emotionally immature parents. There are stories interspersed. All I know is that as I've been going through this book, I have found the words to describe how I felt as a kid and how I feel now. The book is free on the Internet Archive, https://ear60055.us.archive.org/3/items/1570719797658.pdf. This. Anyone reading this comment who feels like something has been missing their entire life, this might answer questions for you. Link to book, https://www.goodreads.com/book/show/2312965 of-children-emotionally-immature-parents. I'll warn you, this can be a tough read emotionally at times. I've had to put it down a few times to process things, but it's worth it. Link to the book, https://ear60055.us.archive.org/3/items/1570719797658.pdf. Feeling stress accepting gifts because to them it means they owe that person something in return. Yeah, that's me. As I have observed it, self-centeredness. Not selfishness, but if nobody in your life takes care of you, then you have to do it yourself, and it becomes a survival thing. As a successful adult, this looks like hyper-independence. As is not like I want to be like this, but I know I have to. I cannot allow myself to be in a position where I actually need anyone else. I will happily share and build with someone else, but I always have fallbacks and have to have a way to proceed without them if need be. Edit, to add an example in case this is too abstract, I would never buy a house with a partner that I couldn't afford by myself if I had to. Wait, this isn't normal. You can usually feel it in the way someone protects their heart. They often carry that quiet ache, like they're still waiting for someone to prove they're safe. They might apologize too much, try too hard to please everyone, or shut down the moment things get too real. Deep down they're scared that if people really see them they'll leave. Oh come on, I was trying to read the comments without crying tears of joy. They cannot accept love in adulthood. I would also say not accepting praise or affection. If anyone compliments me I can't help but point out negatives that they missed. If anyone compliments me I assume they are just trying to be polite. They don't trust love, which is slightly different. They seek out relationships that are also more one-sided, as in they continue to not be loved properly. Sometimes they're actually turned off by the person liking them too much, as that must mean there's something wrong with that partner. This is very, very true according to my own experience. They are cross as though they need to buy affection or love through acts of service or gifts. They can't accept someone loves them regardless of what they can do for them. Maybe it was because I was responsible for my parents' emotional regulation, but I notice that I do this whenever it seems like someone is upset. Not even at me, but in general. Roommates having a rough day. Well, let me clean the entire house and bake them something. Friend is stressed about an exam. Let me go buy you breakfast so you feel full and well taken care of the morning of. ECT. Yes, these things are just nice to do and I enjoy being kind, but it's also more of an anxiety response. One I'm not even aware that I'm doing sometimes. Oof, this hits home. Excellent insight because I tend to do the exact same thing. I'm a fixer. I am completely called out and recently some of my friends called me TF out on this. So damn true. Lying is a stress response. Seeking out attention and validation like a drug. Oof, this one's me. I have gotten pretty good at minimizing the lying and attention seeking. Maturity helped a lot, but the seeking validation is a constant, gnawing hunger that lives within me. I almost struggle to remember times where that hunger wasn't there, very few snapshots in my memory of feeling satiated on that level. And of course, I still desperately want to lie when I'm stressed and I still want to seek out attention, as much as I want validation. But the outward effects of those first two are much more disruptive to others than the last, so I think that's why I can better keep them in check. Why is everyone describing me in the comments TF? I feel the same LMAO. He is a people pleaser, wears dull clothes not to attract attention, doesn't try to engage well with others, has a very small group of friends he sticks to, always ready when someone makes a plan, overlooked at promotion and appraisal, gets into relationship with narcissist people but then repeats it with another. Source, me. My God, I felt this comment. Hope you're doing okay. Life can be a struggle. My cheating wife is withholding my kids away from me as punishment for discovering, and her family is fully supporting her and trying to use muscle against me. They are not confident with themselves. When the whole world is against you, then it's too hard to remain confident among ourselves. I've never met a funny person that wasn't completely and utterly broken as a child. Humor is a coping mechanism and I get funnier as I get older. That's the great thing about going senile! Exclamation mark. Hyperindependence as a response to knowing that the only person you can rely upon is yourself. Lack of self-esteem as a response to feeling like you are a disappointment and can never live up to the expectations placed upon you. Avoidance. Seeing constructive criticism as proof you are an imposter. Irrational proof. For all my imposter syndrome homies out there. Extremely independent and finds it difficult to lean on others because from a young age, they couldn't rely on adults. Difficulty being vulnerable, forming bonds, attachment issues, self-worth issues. If your parents didn't love you, why would someone else? And why would you be good enough for someone else? They panic and apologize when things, however small, go wrong, even when it is not their fault at all. People pleaser, trying to give everyone what they didn't receive. When I was a young teen, I read an introductory psychology textbook. It said that children turn out more successful when their parents praise them for doing a good job. I took this to mean, I have to start telling my parents that they're doing a good job. Lol. They will never ask for help. If you try to help them, they'll try to get you to stop, because they don't want to owe anything. They understand that all kindnesses come with a price. This is me, sad face. Codependency, fawning, not asking for help, self-victimization even as an adult. Excessive daydreaming, social anxiety, hyperindependence, swinging between not expressing, communicating and blowing up. Passive aggressiveness, mistreating people who are actually trying to be loving and patient. This one is hard, rejecting love. unhealthy attachment style, self-blame, poor boundaries, lack of self-esteem. It made me really sad just typing it out. I'm in this comment and I don't like it. When they apologize after you bump into them, it's like their soul's default setting is, my bad for existing. Quote, those are just Midwesterners. And some Canadians. Hyper-independence, avoidant attachment, detached, an insane desire to secure oneself financially, empathetic towards others, attracts narcissists and broken people like themselves, a strong sense of mine and yours, ours, take time, wearing darker clothes to not shine out too much as hate attention and if regulated emotions early in life then accepted solitary life with a rich inner life. Also, can't feel joy and excitement much and uncomfortable if someone gives attention or gifts, as they are not used to that, and yet, wished someone understood at least someone. Sigh. You said it all, especially the end.